Hey, you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope this live stream finds you guys in a good place, both physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and all of the above. I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay? I really do. I do apologize for the momentary um, stopping of the camera in the beginning of the live. um, so, yes, you guys, I'm going to wait till some people come in here, and I just want to talk about something. So, it's a message to my single mothers, you guys. A message to the single mothers, okay? This is something that is very near and dear to my heart, you guys. This subject is something that is very near and dear to my heart, okay? Very near and dear. Yeah, so I'll wait till some people come in. Um, but yes, you guys, this is something that is very near and dear to my heart as it pertains to single parents, you guys, single mothers in particular. I often mention the fact that, hey, I am not a man, so I can't really speak so much as it pertains to single fathers because, like I said, I'm not a man, I'm not a father, I'm a woman, I am a mother. So that's that. That's that, you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. If you're able to catch this live during the live, I appreciate you. If you're not able to catch this live during the live stream, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So, and you catch this on the replay. If you're able to catch this on the replay, even, I appreciate you. Um, yeah, you guys. So, single motherhood, you guys. Single motherhood. It's exactly how it sounds, right? You think of single or solitary or solo or independent, alone, even some people may even associate the word single with alone. So whatever word you associate with single and then parenting, of course, that's self-explanatory, you guys. Thank you for coming into the chat. Welcome to the chat, you guys. I wanted to talk about something today that is very near and dear to my heart. Very near and dear to my heart, you guys, which is single motherhood, you guys. Single motherhood. Hello, Mama. I hope you're having a great day, my dear. Please, you guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. You guys are going to have a good time over here, okay? I'm very much so relatable. Please don't forget to hit that like button. I'm very much so a light, and I want to spread my light, and I want to spread my perspective, and I want to spread my thoughts and my opinions on various subjects. So just to let you guys know off the jump, this live is an accumulation of my thoughts, accumulation of my opinion, my perspective, and I want to share with you guys, especially as it pertains to the single mother. You guys, single motherhood is something that's not always chosen, right? A lot of people never have kids thinking, hey, I'm going to be a single mother. A lot of people are married, they have children. People are in really good, as they feel at that time, relationships, and they become single parents. It happens, you guys. It happens when you don't even expect it, right? Being a single mother, that's not what we all signed up for. Some people, sure, but then some people, as in myself, I was a married woman, okay? I had already experienced single motherhood with my son, okay? And so that was that. But I had gotten married, and my husband and we planned to have our daughter, and we did. Hey, Osbar, how are you? I appreciate you for stopping by the live. If you don't mind, please hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here, you guys. You're going to love it over here, I promise. So I appreciate anyone who's stopping by this live. Thank you so much. But yeah, so my husband and we, because I always said after my son, I said, you know what? I'm not having any more children until I'm married. So that's what I did. And it happened. It's something that just happened. I'll never forget when I met my husband, you guys, I'll give you a little backdrop on that. Not that when I met my husband, he was initially my supervisor. I was in nursing school and he was already a nurse. So anyways, fast forward, we got married, we had our daughter, and he unexpectedly passed away in a car accident, okay, you guys? So that's that. So I went from being a married woman to a single mother all over again. And that's something I had vowed to never become. I had vowed to never be a single mother again, okay, after my son. And so, like, my point is, certain things happen in life, and those certain things are not always expected. So what do we do as mothers? We have got to keep going. No matter what, we've got to keep going. It doesn't matter what the world thinks of us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the world thinks of us. They don't know our story, right? They don't know our story. They don't know that we were married and we had a happily ever after in our mind, and then life cut that short for whatever reason, right? And so that's what happened to me, you guys. I had that happily ever after with my husband. That was just, we had our love child, which is my daughter, and everything was on the up and up. And then, like that, it was snatched away from me, and I was a single mother again. And so my message to single mothers would just be to, just keep going. We've got to keep going no matter what. No matter what. We start out motherhood and we're just a lot of our mothering skills initially, in the initial stages, come from what we've been taught, what we've seen in our household, what we've been taught, okay? And only to find out years later, for whatever reason, we find out years later that that wasn't necessarily the way to go, right? That wasn't necessarily the way to go, right? Let's imagine that for a second. That you're a mother and you're basing your mothering off of what you've seen. What if what you've seen wasn't always right? What if you learned along the way wasn't always right? But then you are that mother, and that's all you've known, and that's what you've displayed, right? So it's about grace and mercy, giving yourself grace and giving yourself mercy when you realize that, hey, I don't know if that was absolutely the right way, or I know that was not the way. And so you start to change things. You start to breaking generational curses, if you will. So it's all about, you guys, having mercy on yourself, just being there, right? Just being there means a lot. Just being there for your children means a lot. Okay, some parents, and I'm not judging you guys, but some parents, they just give up at an early stage. All right, they give up and they, they go with other options, and that's okay if that's your option, and if you feel at that time that that's the best for you. But I'm speaking for myself now. I'm the mother who stayed. I'm the mother that was a mother, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm the mother that could have given my child, my son, especially speaking of, because I was a single parent straight up through and through with my son, you guys. And so I could have, given my son to my mother and let her raise my son while I partied and I lived the good life, right? I didn't do that. I was the mother, and that was my first child. I only have 2 children. So with my son, I was there, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. Even when I was parenting based off of what I seen and how I was parented, which later, or years later, I realized that certain things and certain parenting ways that I was displaying was not really the right parenting. You know what I mean? Like I said, so I'm a generational curse breaker, okay? And I love that for me. So my thing is, to the single mothers, just being there means a lot. Just being there when you could have given up, just being there. Give yourselves a pat on the back for just being there. Stay when someone else wouldn't have. Staying when someone else didn't stay. So give yourself grace. Give yourself mercy, you guys. Give yourself grace and mercy for just being there. Just being there to be called upon. Mom, 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 making sure your children had the necessities that that life requires. Making sure your child or your children had the necessities that life requires. Give yourself credit for that. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. If you were parenting in a way that you now don't agree with, but you then did agree with, because like I said, it was based off of how you were brought up, based off of old traditions or old ways of thinking, and you realize that that wasn't the way that it needed to be done. Give yourself grace, give yourself mercy, forgive yourself. Don't hold yourself hostage to that. Hey, Jazzy J, thank you for stopping by. This is just a message to the single mothers, basically. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart, you guys. As I said, life kind of throws us loops sometimes that we don't necessarily expect. You know, I would have never thought that I would be a widow and not now only raising one child by myself, but raising two children by myself. But that's what life gave me. So you know what I did with it? I took it, I've taken it, and I've been making the best of it. You know, life goes on. And so we have to make the best of what we got right here and right now, with or without whoever should have been here. We got to still keep going with or without that father, with or without that husband, with or without. You get what I'm saying? And so, like I said, this message in this live stream is very near and dear to my heart, you guys. It really is. Like I said, I would have never thought that I would be, because I was not going to have any more children, you guys. I was committed. After I had my son, I said, okay, after having my son and being a single parent, I was done. I said, there's no way I'm having any more kids. Nope, done. Long story short, met my husband. Fast forward, we got married and we planned our daughter and we had her. And then fast forward, he passes away unexpectedly. And here I am, left a single parent again. Never seen it coming. But I've made the very best of it. I've stayed grounded in gratitude. And we've just got to keep going, you guys. And I don't think us single mothers get enough, you know, praise. But that's why you have to praise yourself. That's why you got to pat yourself on the back. Because, you know, you're doing what you need to do no matter who's there. No matter who shows up and who doesn't. You know what I mean? When you're doing what you need to do as a mother, no matter who shows up, that by itself makes you very much so esteemed, very much so top tier, especially if you do it in a sense where I mean, the kids aren't lacking, period. You know, especially if you do it in that sense. You know what I mean? Pat yourselves on the back. You guys, I pat myself on the back all the time. Mind you, with my son, I was not the perfect mother. I was basing my parenting off of my parenting, how I was parented with physical discipline, so on and so forth. You guys, still, it does not matter. If you were there, even if you maybe if your parenting wasn't what is lined up to what you know it needs to be or needed to be, based on your mindset now, still give yourself grace. Forgive yourself for anything you may feel, bad about. Forgive yourself for it. You know what I mean? Hey, Tia, how are you? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much, Tia, for liking the live. I appreciate all of you guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to go and check out some of my prior content, feel free to do so. I just wanted to do this live about single mothers, you guys, because a man would never know what it took because they're not a woman. And a woman would never know what it took to be a father because they're not men, they're not fathers. But just to the single mothers and the children of single mothers, you guys, if you were parented by a single mother, please have grace. Please have grace on your mother because she, and of course there are your exceptions. There are some people who have been absolutely, I'm not talking about that person, you guys. I'm talking about the people who have literally had nothing but good intentions for their children, who have had nothing but a pure heart and nothing but good intentions for their children. Have grace and mercy on that parent. Have grace and mercy on that parent. They were only doing what they felt and what they, what they knew and, and what they've seen. So, yeah, so being a single mother can present a very, it can present so many challenges, you guys, especially as it pertains to the single mother raising a son. Now, imagine that, right? Imagine being a woman and trying to raise a young boy into a man, right? Just imagine that for a second. So, I said that to say this, parents, single mothers in particular, have mercy, have grace with yourselves. And to the children of single mothers, try to have grace and mercy, on your parents. They were only doing, especially the mothers, you guys, who did not have the other half involved. Have grace, with your mother. Give her mercy. I see a lot of people in nowadays kind of, being very much disgruntled with their mother for whatever reason. Some exaggerated and warranted. Some exaggerated and unwarranted, and then some actually it warrants that disgruntled feeling, So it just depends. But in general, you guys, let's try to have mercy on the single mothers out here. Like the children, you know, try to have, if you see your mom is doing all she can do, she's making sure you have food, she's making sure you have a roof over your head, she's making sure that no one is hurting you, have mercy and grace with her. She's trying her best. She's more than likely trying her very best, you guys. But there's only so much that a single mother can bring to the table. She can bring a lot to the table, but she would never be able to be a man. She would never be able to be a father to a son, period. And when I see mothers often say Happy Father's Day to me, Happy Father's Day, I don't agree with that, because a mother is just that, a mother. A mother can, I mean, she can throw stuff out there, ideas and so on and so forth, but a mother will never be a man. A woman will never be a man and be able to be a father and speak from a father's perspective or teach from a father's perspective. Yes. Now you understand. Now you understand, Jazzy. And me too, Jazzy. I understand now what my mother went through and my father went through. And do you know, years later, you guys, I have sat back and I have talked to my dad and I have talked to my mom. And I said, you know what? I love you. I appreciate you. Because just it takes so much, you guys, to make sure it can take so much to make sure your child or your children are fulfilled and they're safe. You know, I remember days years ago when my son was a little boy, you guys, he's about to be grown, you know. And so I remember years ago I would take my son to work with me, you know. I remember stuff like that, you know. And it's like we're doing all that we can. And like you said, Jay, that's so important that you said it, because I really had to go back and tell my parents after being an adult myself. I had to go back and tell my dad, look, I love you. I appreciate you. Certain things and certain parenting ways I didn't understand. And of course, my father, he was a heavy disciplinary figure. I used to get whoopings or whatever, and so on and so forth. But still, above and beyond that, y'all, I see his intentions was good. No matter what, his intentions were good, and I have forgiven any wrongdoing I felt that was done to me. I forgiven seeing that the intention was only pure. The intention was pure, and maybe it wasn't delivered how, you know, I maybe wanted to be delivered, but the intentions were pure nevertheless. And so, yes, we have to give our parents, in my opinion, you guys don't forget, everything that I speak on my channel and it's coming out of my mouth, it is based off of my opinion, my thoughts, my experience, my observations in life, you guys. And I'm just sharing some of that with you guys. And maybe I can encourage someone, motivate someone. You know, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. You know, don't beat yourself up if maybe you weren't the picture perfect, or what people consider to be the picture perfect mother. You know, you were working with what you had at the time, doing the best you could. Absolutely. And people know the difference. We know the difference between mothers that are just out here being malicious and vicious and sorry. All right. That's one thing. But mothers who are actually trying and they're making sure that no harm is coming to their children, that's something I pride myself on. That's something I pride myself on. I pride myself on the fact that my children can never say that someone has touched them inappropriately or anything like that. I pride myself on that because I make sure my children are protected. I make sure, you know what I mean, that I keep the circle very nice and tight and, and proper. I pride myself on that, you know. And some kids, unfortunately, they can't say that, you know, for whatever reason. Hello, Orlon. How are you? Thank you so much, Orlon, for stopping by. I appreciate you for stopping by. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you feel led to do so. But yes, I just wanted to go live, you guys. It's just crazy because I cannot believe, you guys, that my son is about to be 18. Oh my gosh, y'all. My son is about to be 18. That's crazy. You know, and I just pat myself on the back. Like, with my son in particular, I was a straight through and through single parent, right? I mean, his father was active here and there, you know, how that can be. But one thing that has been a constant in his life, is me, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. And so I just pat myself on the back. I'm proud of myself. My son has never been in trouble. He's never brought the cops to my doorstep. He's never brought the cops to anybody's doorstep. You know, And I pride myself on that. I pride myself on that. You know what I mean? The fact that my son doesn't have to sit back and be healing from someone inappropriately dealing with him, if you know what I mean. You know, for the children, unfortunately, who experience stuff like that, I pat myself on the back that, you know, I've carried myself in a way, in a protective way, that, you know, my son, he doesn't have that story to tell anyone. He won't have to tell that story to someone. He won't have to heal from something like that, because I've never let nothing come to him like that. Now, in regard to my parenting, I'm parenting, is the more I learn, my parenting transition from the way I was raised to the way I feel is proper. It's transition over the time. You know what I mean? As I've told you guys a few times here and there, I am definitely breaking generational curses. I have broken generational curses, and I'm very much so proud of myself for that. Hey, Black people are the chosen Israelites of God. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. Favor to you. Favor to you. Favor to you. I hope you're having a great day. I just want to talk about something, you guys, that's very near and dear to my heart. Yeah, very near and dear to my heart, you guys. And I'm just so proud of myself, you guys. I'm very proud of myself. I just don't know what else to say other than I'm very proud of myself. You know, life dealt a hand, an unexpected hand. As I had, like I said, I become a widow, and back to single parenthood again. I never seen that for me, you guys. I promise you, I never seen that, because I made a vow after my son. And, you know, I'm like, oh, this is it. My kids are 10 years apart. That lets you know I was really serious. My kids are 10 years apart. I was not having any more kids, you guys. I said, I'm not having any more kids until I get married, so on and so forth. Got married, like I said, became a widow unexpectedly again, or whatnot, a single parent again. You know what I mean? And so I'm doing great, Black people. Thank you for asking. I'm doing great. Yeah, but when life throws us lemons, y'all, we got to make lemonade. Because who going to sit around, and who is going to sit around? Not me. I'm not going to sit around and sulk about something that I can't change. That's just not me. I'm not going to sit around and sulk and be, you know, depressed and sad and just lagging. I have got to keep on, just like this, just like clockwork. Just like clockwork. That's how I am. I'm just like clockwork. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep looking up. I'm going to keep going. You know what I mean? Doing the best I can, you know, according to my knowledge, all the knowledge that I've obtained throughout the years, all, you know what I mean? You know, and mind you, that's why I say it's so important for us to keep working on our mindset, working on our mind, because the more we work on ourselves, the better we become. And the better we become, the better we can make it for our children, the better lives we can give our children. You know what I mean? So it's like a domino effect. And so, I felt like, hey, I can't stop. I got to keep going. I got to keep learning. I got to keep growing. So then my children can benefit from that. They can benefit from that, because children are only children for a moment in time, right? Children are only children for a moment in time. And then it's like, you know. And so, yeah. So if you're a single mother out there, my hat is off to you. It's absolutely off to you, because I know what it takes. I know what it takes. Black people says you are blessed and you're doing well with the hand you were dealt. Absolutely, I appreciate that, you know. And that's all I can do. And so my motivation to the next single mother is to keep going, keep growing, so your children can also benefit from your growth, right? Keep going, keep growing, so your children can also benefit from your growth. You know, certain things we just can't change. And the way my mind's set up, and I like to talk to you guys from my perspective, my thoughts, my feelings, you know. I can't speak for anyone else, but for how I feel, I just have got to keep going. I've just got to keep going. That's just all there is to it, with or without whoever's supposed to be here. I mean, we all have losses in life. I'm not the only widow. I'm not the only widow. I can guarantee you that. I know some myself. And so I'm not the only widow. So it's up to us mothers to just decide to keep going, no matter who's there, who's not there. You know, it's just what it is. Life goes on. And my husband passed in 2017, you guys. Yep. 2017. Our daughter was almost 6 months old. So, yeah, that's crazy. But so I had my moment. Don't get me wrong. I had my moment where I was, you know, I was down and out, and I was feeling a certain way and feeling a certain way. But you know what? I had to. I chose to keep going. I chose to still rise. You know. And that's just who I am. I just chose to keep going and making the best of it, you know, and making the very best of it. And I've done just that. I've done just that. I've made the very best of a situation that was unexpected. I've made the best of it. I have no choice, you know. And so, single mothers out there, pat yourselves on the back. If you're still going, no matter what life throws at you, if you're still going, you're still being that mother. You're still being that provider. You're still being that go-to for your children, you know. Just pat yourselves on the back, because you could have easily given up. Like I told my son, you know, the way my mother is set up, especially, you guys, my mother, I mean, she's that mother. She's that mother that if I need her, she's there. She's there. And you know, I've given my mother so much grace as well. Her, my father, my real father, they were married for 20 years, and then they did divorce. And so now I have a papa, which is her husband, and I have, of course, my real dad. So I have two dads, you guys, and I'm grateful for it. But yeah, you just got to keep going. We got to keep going as single mothers. Hello, Andres. I can't pronounce your name. I do apologize. I hope you're having a great day. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be a good time over here, you guys. I was just speaking on something that's very near and dear to my heart, and a lot of people can associate with this and relate to this, and that's being a single mother. A single mother, okay? But yeah, so yes, like I said, so my mother's the type, she's there for me. If I was to tell my mother, hey, Mom, I need you to take my kids, I need a break, I just, you know, I want you to take, you know what my mom would do? She would, just like that. Just like that. She wouldn't have no problem with it, y'all. She would take them and be just happy. But see, I'm just not that person. I am the mother, and I want to be the mother to my kids. And so I choose to be the mother, as I should be, is my opinion. And so, and so I've done just that, you guys. My kids have never been away from me for more than a week. And that's just because, like, a break or something, like he'd go stay with his dad or something like that. But, or she would go stay with her dad's side of the family or something like that. I'm the mother, and I take responsibility for my kids. I want to be there for my kids. I don't ever want to give my responsibility of being a mother to anyone else. That's my job. Now, if I was in a position where I had to, and I understand some mothers maybe are in a position where they feel they have to, but thankfully for me, that's not my situation. That's not been my situation. So even when I was sort of clueless, as it pertains to my son and being a mother to him, with him being a boy and me being a freaking woman, of course, you know, even then, I still kept going. Like, I still didn't like, hey, you going to go stay here? You going, you know, I stood there 10 toes down, doing the best I could based off of what I knew, and based off of just being there and doing the things that are obvious that a mother should do. Or, you know, feeding your children, clothing your children, making sure they're going to school, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Making sure they have their necessities. You know, like I said, certain things I can't relate to as it pertains to a man. And so that's that. So you guys, like I said, I pat myself on the back. I feel like I'm top tier, period. I'm top tier. And for the single mothers out there who are in the shoes that I'm in, and you were dealt an unfortunate hand, but you kept going anyway, pat yourself on the back. Pat yourselves on the back, you guys. I promise you, I am top tier. I'm top tier, honey, because I've done it, and I've done it with grace. I've been that mother, and I've done it with grace, you guys. Even if I was clueless at a point in time, I still kept going. I still didn't stop. I still kept going, making my next move my best move, you know. I'm proud of myself, period. I give myself grace, excuse me. I give myself grace for any shortcomings along the way, because at the end of the day, one thing can't nobody say is I was not there. Can't nobody say that mama wasn't there. Can't nobody say mama didn't want me. Can't nobody say mama wouldn't keep me. Can't nobody say I ain't stay, not in my household. They can't say that. You get what I'm going? You get where I'm going with that? I was here no matter what. I've been here. Ain't nobody starved. Ain't nobody been SA'd. And I'm here. You know what I mean? Doing the very best I can. And I love that for myself. So you single mothers, give yourselves grace. Give yourselves grace. Pat yourselves on the back. Toot your own horn. All right, even if nobody else acknowledges it, I hope you guys really acknowledge it. Acknowledge who you are to your children, who you've been to your children. Acknowledge that and pat yourselves on the back. Black people says you are right to be strong and keep going. My mom was a single mother, and I can tell you that there absolutely. And so you understand. So this message is for you. This message is to other children of single mothers. You know, don't be bitter with your mother. Like you said, Black people. Yeah, she sacrificed a lot, and I could imagine. I could imagine, you guys. I have so many memories. Like I said, my parents were married for 20 years, and then they divorced. And so for a moment in time, my mother's married again now, but for a moment in time, she was a single parent as well, you guys. And when I tell you, yeah, you know, just in my opinion, we should be grateful. We should be grateful for as well as it is. You know, giving grace and mercy when needed, in my opinion. Y'all, I appreciate my mom. I really appreciate my mother. I love that woman with every fiber of my being. And I love my dad with every fiber of my being as well. But that mother, my mother, I got a special type of love for her. And that will never end, you know. And so, yeah, I just wanted to go live, y'all, and talk about this because I know I'm not the only single parent out here. I know I'm not the only widowed parent out here. There's a lot of other widowed parents who were dealt the hand that they didn't expect. Excuse me? Yes, baby. Hold on, you guys, for 1 second, please. You guys, I apologize about that. My daughter. But yeah, so we sacrifice a lot, you know what I mean? Like, I have sacrificed so much, you know, just being a single parent. And that includes even to my sociability, you guys, and my social life is kind of null and void and non-existent in a way because my focus is not on my social life and not about me and my feelings, but rather I have prioritized them and their feelings. And I know every person is not a bad person, so on and so forth. But with me and my parenting style and my choice, I decide that it's better for me just to, you know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with a woman being single. I mean, of course we want that happily ever after, so on and so forth. And if that happens for you, beautiful, and it's a good person, beautiful. But I'm not going to be the type of person that has just anyone around my children just for my comfortability, just for me to feel fulfilled, you know, as it pertains to being a woman. You know what I mean? I feel like my children are important, very important, and their safety prioritizes in my life, and it, you know, it supersedes any of my wants, their safety and their comfortability. Yes, you guys. Excuse me. Got a little tongue twisted, tongue tied. And so, you know, I feel like there's nothing wrong with being a single mother. It's nothing wrong with just being you and your children if that's just the way the cards were dealt. You know, I'm not the type of one who's gonna just rush to go be with somebody just because. You know, that's crazy, and just have any and everyone around my child or my children. I'm just not going to do that. It's my opinion that it's okay to be a single parent until someone who is truly, you know, past the whole vetting thing, you know, oh my gosh, and then beyond, because people can give you false representative, you guys. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. Women have children with men that they seem so perfect at the time, right? Everything is perfect, everything is lining up, right? And then you have a child with them, and then you get a whole new version, and then you get a whole new version, and so, you know, I mean, you just never know. You never know what hand life will deal you. You know what I mean? You just never know. Everything could start out so perfect, and then before you know it, you're a single parent, and you didn't expect it. You just did not expect it. And so, long story short, you guys, we just never know. But once, you know, once things come up that are negative or, you know, separating, meaning, you know, you depart from your child's father for whatever reason, whether it's through transition, him passing away, or whether it's from you guys breaking up, if you're just in a relationship,
Mom.
then you still have those kids or that kid. So it's like we just never know. The best marriage is
I already
in.
did it, so you don't. So you
I
don't
love
have to
you.
close your
Okay,
eyes.
good job. Thank you, my love. I love you. So Black people says, but don't minimize your story. Just being a widow, a single mother, and very serious things to deal with it, right? Now you even help other people with your story. Oh, thank you, Black people. And you know what? That you said that, Black people, I definitely feel that you are right. Sometimes I do minimize my story, but I don't, maybe not minimize it, but I definitely try not to give it too much energy. I never want to be in a state where I'm victimizing myself or making myself seem such a victim. You know what I mean? Because I know how powerful I am and I know how resilient I am. And granted, I know I have the potential to help other people who have been in my shoes, and I love that. But I want to help other people that have been in my shoes. I want to help them rise. I want to help them to not stay stuck or not get stuck, because we have to keep going. No matter what, we've got to keep going. So I don't like to make myself a victim. I'm really big on resilience. I'm very powerful. I'm very strong. You know, my soul is on fire. You know what I mean? My soul is my soul is on fire, y'all. I don't know how to give up on life. I don't know how to do that. It's not an option for me. I'm going to keep going. And I want someone else to just be empowered. You know, keep going no matter what. No matter what life throws at you, keep going. Even if you crawling, keep going. Keep going. You'll stand soon. You'll be walking soon if you just keep going. I feel like people get stuck when they literally get stuck. I feel like people get stuck when they stop going and they stop looking up and they stop finding things to be grateful for. That's when people get stuck, in my opinion. I feel like that's when people get stuck, when they get stuck in that in that victimhood. You know, not to minimize what they've been through, but I feel like people get stuck when they get stuck. Literally, when they get stuck in victimhood. You know what I mean? And being a victim. I choose to be a warrior. I choose to be a survivor. I choose to be, all of that good stuff. And it doesn't take away from what I've been through, but it's here to show people, hey, if I've been through it and here I am, I have risen. You know what I mean? I'm strong. I'm on fire. My soul's on fire. I'm going to keep going no matter what. Hopefully that empowers someone else to keep going no matter what. No matter what life throws. You know what I mean? Like, things that we can't control, we just can't control. But I refuse to be stuck. I refuse to sulk. I refuse to be depressed. I refuse that stuff for myself. Black people says, look at all the famous, rich, and successful Black men that single mothers have raised. Absolutely. They all say, I'd like to thank my mother for my success. Absolutely, Black people. Absolutely. You are absolutely right. There are a lot of successful people in the world that were raised by single mothers. And what do you think those mothers were doing? They were doing the best that they could. They came up short, I'm sure. We all come up short as it pertains to parenthood, in my opinion, especially single mothers. Sometimes, we just, like I said, we just go based off of what we know and based off of how we were raised. And so that's what we often have to work with. That's all we often have to work with. You know what I mean? And so that's why, like I said, going back to what I said before, I think it's so important for us to always keep growing. All right, keep growing, keep enlightening ourselves, keep inventory of the way we're thinking, and you know what I mean, and so we can keep evolving to be that better parent than our parent was to us. So we can be, like I tell my children, I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that's something, very important that we should tell our children, hey, we don't be like me, even though, hey, I'm a good person. I'm very smart. I'm educated. I'm so on and so forth. But be better than me. You know what I mean? Be even better than mom. And that's how I teach my kids. And as we should be better than our parents, you guys. We cannot get stuck in a cycle of horrible parenting. Period, in my opinion. Black people says, good job being a warrior. Thank you. Yeah, I choose to be a warrior. I choose to be resilient. And that's just me, And I understand, and my heart goes out to people who actually you know, my heart goes out to them, and I'm sending love and light to anyone who feels very much so victimized, and who feels very much so, you know, possibly weak, and who may, you know, I mean, my heart goes out to that person or those people, and I'm sending love and I'm sending light. I'm sending healing energy from me to you, from my aura to yours. It will be okay, you know. You know, I'm definitely not trying to be insensitive. I'm only speaking on me and how I feel and the way my mind thinks and the way I see things. You know what I mean? So that's what this live is about. And hopefully it can empower someone along the way. But I'm speaking from my perspective and my mindset. You know, I refuse to sulk. I refuse to be mad at myself. I refuse to be in a much so vulnerable state just because maybe let's say, you know, let's say I just definitely, you know, let's say you know, carried on certain generational ways of thinking as it pertains to parenthood. I will never hold myself hostage to that. I would forgive myself and keep going, moving in an upward direction based off of my new thoughts, my new mindset, my new perspective as I have changed and grown. You know, I wouldn't dare hold myself hostage to you know, I would just dare, I wouldn't, because at A1A or A1, I've been there. At the least, I've been there. I've not thrown my kids to the side. I've never said, hey, I don't want you. I've never said, hey, you got to go stay here, there, and there because I got stuff to do. I got to live my life. No, I've been there. I've been there, and I feel that's so important, just to be there for your kids, just to be there. Thank you so much, Black people. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, Yo-Yo. I hope you're having a great day. I'm speaking about something, you guys, if you're just joining the chat or live, I'm speaking about something that's so near and dear to me, you guys, and that's, I'm speaking to the single mothers. You know, whether we became single mothers by, you know, death, like we lose a husband, or, you know, the child's father passes away, or whatever, however you became a single mother. I'm speaking to the single mothers and their children. You guys, I apologize about that. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why my live glitched like that. I really don't. I have not the slightest clue. Mr. Carter says, or deadbeat, you chose the wrong ninja. Don't forget that. Yeah, some people just choose the wrong person, but what if that person didn't know? What if that person didn't know that that person had the capabilities of being an absent father? That person would not show up for the person who they're supposed to love the most. Y'all, it happens so often. It happens so often and all around the world. Some women, they don't know. They do not know that the man that they have fallen in love with and who has vowed to love them and their child, they never know. What if they just don't know? What if they just don't know, you guys? Mr. Carter says, or a deadbeat. What if you chose the wrong ninja? Don't forget that. That's what Mr. Carter says, you guys. But to that, I say, what if they just don't know? And I'm trying to give them grace. What if they just don't know? My point is, no matter what may happen, no matter who may come or who may go, no matter who may come or who may go, you guys, it's about keep going, you know? And who cares what anyone else thinks? Sometimes single mothers get a bad rep. People oftentimes don't even know the backstory. They're just seeing single mother. They don't know the backstory, and it's okay. And that's where you have to tune everyone and everything out, because you know your story. No one else knows your story like you know your story. So never mind what anyone has to say, whatever stigma, because single mothers often get a bad rep. Like I said, they have a bad stigma attached to them usually. But forget them. Forget what anyone else may think. Forget what they may think. Forget what they may say. You know your situation. You know why you became a single mother, how you became a single mother. Like me, I'm a widow, right? I was married when I had my daughter. We were married. I didn't see that coming. See, but that's something I know. Who cares what anyone else thinks? Who cares? I personally don't care. I don't. Hey, Mommy Money Getter. Hey, thank you for joining the live. I appreciate you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much. Yo, and Mommy Money Getter. All of you guys who are in the live stream right now, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, so you guys, never mind what people say. As a single mother, you can't think about what someone else think about you. You can't even let that penetrate you. You know what I mean? You just keep going. Keep going, making your next move your best move, you guys. That's what I do. I keep going no matter what. I don't care what nobody think. I know I'm living good. I know I'm eating good. My kids are living good. They're eating good. We got everything we need. They got most of the things they want. And so that's all that matters to me. What matters to me is real life, my real experience. It doesn't matter what nobody think, because they're not the one living in my shoes. They don't know. Because the way I see it, some people couldn't deal with it. Some people couldn't deal with it. Some people could not go through what I've been through and still stand tall and still prosper and still, you know, be A, B, and C. So that doesn't matter to me, you know? Yeah, but I would also say this: if people are seeing these red flags, Mr. Carter, I suggest they take heed. If you're seeing if these women are seeing a lot of red flags, oftentimes, Mr. Carter, and I will tell you this, Mr. Carter, oftentimes our intuition, we already know that something is not going to be the best option. We know. Sometimes we know. Sometimes we do know. If our intuition is, saying, something ain't right. It's best, in my opinion, you guys, everything I say on my channel is really based off my opinion. You guys, it's best to go ahead and back off. When your intuition is saying, when your intuition is saying, and you get this dreary feeling when you're around somebody, that's your intuition more than likely telling you, hey, it's time to, you know what I mean? This is not for you. So when your intuition, your spirit, your energy is rejecting a certain energy, it's for a reason, in my opinion. And so, yes, in that sense, you see the red flags, you might as well go ahead and definitely not bring a child into the picture, in my opinion, you guys. Everything I say is my opinion. Yeah, you know, if you're seeing those red flags, but what about the women who are not getting red flags and everything seems on the up and up and everything feels so right? And it feels so right. And then it turns out that, hey, you become a single parent again when you least expect it. So it could go either way with that, y'all. It could go either way. Nevertheless, my point is, no matter what happens, no matter who may come and who may go, we still got to keep going. We still got to keep going, no matter who may come, no matter who may, we control what we can control, and the things that we can't control, we cannot let define us. The things that we cannot control in life, we cannot let define us. We cannot let a loss define who we are. I don't care who you lose in your life. You cannot let that loss define who you are. You will forever be stuck, in my opinion. You will forever be in a depressed state, in my opinion. You will forever be in a victimhood, in my opinion. Everything is my opinion, you guys, and that's just how I operate. I'm not going to stay stuck. I don't care what or who I lose. I cannot be stuck. I've got to keep going. I've got to keep going, one, for myself, and two, for my kids. I got to keep going, you guys. I don't look at myself. I promise I do not look at myself like a victim. Someone suggested that I do my channel kind of based off of, me being a widow. And I knew right away when they suggested it, you guys, I knew right away that was just not going to be me. That's not something, I was not going to magnify a loss. I was not going to magnify a victim, being in a victim state. I want to magnify being happy. I want to magnify doing it anyway. And this is what it looked like. And this is what it looked like all by myself. This is what it looked like all by myself. That's what I want to magnify. I want to magnify the fact that you can keep going no matter what life throws at you. No matter what life throws at you, I want to magnify that you can keep going and you can take lemons and make it into lemonade. That's what I want to magnify. I want to magnify my warriorhood. I want to magnify my strength, my light. I would never magnify a loss. I may discuss it, but I wouldn't focus on it. That's draining. That can be draining to the people who look at you. Who wants to always listen to someone sulking? In my opinion, everything I say on my channel is based off of my opinion. Who always, in my opinion, wants to hear someone sulking? Me personally, I don't. I want to see somebody who is overcoming, who's overcome and still going. I want to see someone whose soul is on fire like mine. And no matter what may have happened or what may, what is happening. Oh, thank you, Mommy Money Getter. Thank you so much. Yeah, me too. I just couldn't imagine going live every day and speaking on something that was so painful to me every day. I couldn't because I've I'm such a happy in life. I mean, that's just me reducing myself to a circumstance, in my opinion. Me doing a channel based off of loss, based off of me being a widow, in my opinion, that would reduce me to my circumstance, to a circumstance in my past. Thank you, Yo-Yo. Thank you so much. Yeah, me too. And I respect that person who, they were just throwing something out there, and I respect them for it, but I just knew right away that was not gonna be my thing. That wasn't gonna be my thing. I want people to know that you can keep going, no matter what. You know what I mean? We all go through things, no matter what. Just it's just keep going. Keep put one foot in front of the other. And no matter who comes, no matter who goes. Like, I mean, you can't. Black people says you are too positive to be confined by gloomy channel. I agree. Black people. I just like to be a light, because I know people are going through things in the world, and people are they do sometimes get stuck. But I just want to be a light to those people. I want to empower those people that, hey, if I can keep going, you can keep going, because we've had similar things happen. Like I said, I know I'm not the only widow. I've seen other channels that and discuss, being a widow, so on and so forth, losing their husband for whatever reason. And so I just want people to know, if I can keep going, you can keep going too. If I can get up every day and smile, singing, dancing, you can too. Our kids need to see us happy. Our kids need to see us thriving. Our kids don't need to see us sad and down and crying and that's my opinion. I don't feel like our kids need to see that. Our kids need to see us going no matter what, because then they too know that when something comes up in their lives that's not pleasing to them, they're gonna what? They're gonna see how mommy was. They're gonna be like, oh, mommy, mommy kept going. Mommy was happy. Mommy wasn't sitting around sulking all day. And so I feel like that benefits them as well. And that's just how I feel about it, you guys. I would never, y'all. And I'm very much so happy. Like I told you guys, when I get up here and I encourage other people and I speak life and love, that's pure overflow. Because I'm going to tell you this, I'm the type of person, I love my energy, and I will harness all of my own energy. Hey, baby, you want to say hi? You want to say hi to the live mute? Look at my cat, y'all. Yeah, so what the energy that I put out is pure overflow, y'all. I'm truly happy. I am truly fulfilled. And I really mean this, y'all. I'm not just saying this because it sounds good. Like, I'm really happy. And so, like I said, if I wasn't, I would not be out here doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? Giving the energy that I'm giving. You know what I mean? What the energy that I'm giving off is, look at my baby. The energy that I'm giving off is pure overflow. It's pure overflow because my cup is filled, y'all. My cup is filled. Thank you, black people. Yes, you guys, my cup is overflowing. And when I get up here and I go live, that's overflow. That's my overflow, y'all. I'm so fulfilled. I'm so happy. I have good thoughts all the time. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm really grateful. I just don't know how to say it. And I just want to be a light to other people. Like, sometimes things in life happen, but we got to keep going anyway. We got to keep going anyway, We got to keep going anyway. And I'm a firm believer in that. No matter what life throws at you, no matter who may come, no matter who may go, we got to keep being mothers. We got to keep showing up for our kids. We got to keep showing up for ourselves, you guys. Nobody said it was always going to be peachy keen. So certain things, we got to expect some obstacles, in some form. We should expect some type of obstacle through life, whether it's a loss, whether it's whatever misfortune it may be. But in my opinion, you have to be determined to keep going no matter what. And that's where you find your resilience, and that's where you find your victory, when you keep going no matter what. No matter what. Oh, thank you, Yo Yo. Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, Auntie Elaine, I love you. Um, but yes, no matter what, y'all. I mean, life is just gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's just gonna happen, and we just got to make the decision to keep going no matter what. You know, because that's just crazy. Our kids got to see us. Like I can just imagine our kids seeing us in a certain depressive state for years and years on end. You know, in my opinion, y'all, I'm just speaking on my opinion. I just want my kids to see me thrive, and I want my kids to see me smiling, you know? And so, like I said, that's why I feel like every day is a day for us to work on ourselves, a day for us to be better as a person. You know, I didn't get like this overnight, y'all. I didn't get like this overnight. I've been working on myself every day. I feel like we all should work on ourselves every day, y'all. I've been working on myself every day. Even like right now, I feel like I'm just at the top of my top. But you know what? I still keep working on myself. I still am working on myself no matter what. I stay grounded in gratitude. Like I said, no matter who comes and who goes, you know, certain things we just can't control, but we can't get stuck there. We can't get stuck. In my opinion, when people get stuck, that's when depression comes about, and you know, those really negative feelings, but I feel like when a person is, full of gratitude, and that's why you guys hear me say often times that I find gratitude in the little things. I really mean that. I really mean that. I find gratitude in the little things. Yes, y'all. But I feel like this message needed to be said. There's a lot of single mothers out here, you guys. A lot of single mothers out here for whatever reason. And I just feel like this needed to be said, you guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You're going to love it over here. I'm definitely going to be spreading my love and light every chance I get. Every chance that I get, I'm going to be spreading some love, some light, my perspective on things. You guys, this live and all of my content is based off of my perspective. Who's to say it's right and who's to say it's wrong? If it resonates with you, it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Right? That's okay. If what I say does not resonate with you, it's okay. But I'm just speaking on my perspective. Maybe one person it will resonate with. Maybe one person can relate to it. Maybe one person can benefit from it. And to that one person, if that's it, that's cool. I see you, girl. I see you. All is well. All is well. All is well. And so, yes. How are you doing, Auntie Lane? What you up to, Auntie? What are you up to, Auntie? Are you still in the live, Auntie? Auntie, 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 are you still in the live or have you left me, my dear? Y'all, my auntie's in the chat. Yeah, I really feel good to get this off of my, my chest. Not as if it was a burden, but I feel like it's something that needed to be said, and I feel so good to be saying it. My spirit led me to have this conversation today. My spirit led me to have this conversation today. My spirit led me to have this conversation today, and I followed my spirit, and I had this conversation today. So, yeah, I love that for me. And I love that for whoever may have received it. For whoever may have received it. You know what I mean? I love that. I just love that. I'm definitely going to go live again here soon, but it's going to be more of a casual live. Not really about anything necessarily, just a vibing live. It's so nice outside, you guys. It's so nice outside. I'm definitely about to go back outside here shortly. I just had to come live, you guys. My spirit was like, go live about that. My spirit was telling me to go live about that, and that's what I did. Something just really, like I said, my spirit told me to go ahead and go live about that. And now that I have went live about that, I feel even more better. In a little bit, I'm going to end this live, and I'm going to go outside, you guys. It's so beautiful outside. It's so beautiful outside. I just want to go out there and enjoy. And I will be going live. For anyone who may want to join the live stream, I will be outside here soon, just kind of catching a vibe. The wind chimes are chiming, and it's about to be a good time outside on my deck, y'all. If you are new to town, don't hesitate to go back, look at some of my other content. I dropped the eating video recently, a mukbang video, if you want to call it that. I am participating in Vlogtober, so if you feel led to, go check out my eating video, you guys. It was a good time. That food was so good. And I also uploaded a video of how I make my homemade macaroni and cheese, and it was a vibe. It was very delicious, very decadent, very delicioso, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It was very good, you guys. So yes, go check out some of my content, you guys. You guys are more than welcome, and you guys are more than appreciated. To all my new subscribers, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys so much. I love y'all. I want y'all to feel empowered. I want y'all to feel like me. I want y'all to feel like me, real happy. I want y'all to feel like me, real happy and real vibrant and stuff like that, and real rich and all that good stuff, because that's exactly how I feel, you guys. I really do. I really do. I feel really good, and I'm very happy and very at peace. And so it's another thing I want you guys. This is another one of my perspectives. I'll say it like that. I like to focus on the things that I do have and the people that I do have, as opposed to thinking about the things or the people I don't have, right? Think about that for a second. That's my perspective. That's how I think. And I acknowledge and appreciate the good things in my life and all the good things going on, and I'm so grateful. Just like the song goes, and my mom loves the song by the Canton Spirituals. I won't complain. Y'all, I will not complain. I won't. I will not complain. I won't. I will not complain, y'all. The way I see it, the positives outweigh the negatives. I will not complain. The positives outweigh the negatives. I cannot complain. Thank you so much, Black people. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, King. You guys, I will not complain. When I tell you the good in my life, far more outweigh the bad. And so I can't complain. I can't even sit up here and complain at all, and I won't. And so I love that for me. So that's another perspective, you guys, that I have. As I say, grounded in the things and people I have. And, maybe someone else can, resonate, and maybe that can empower someone else out there, Maybe, just maybe. Like I said, my goal and my intention is never to conform, and it's never to, make anyone feel a certain way if it's negative. I only want someone to feel in a good way. I only want to enlighten people and to empower people. I never want to be in a place of judging. That's definitely not anything that I'm looking to do, and that's why I don't mind sharing my story. I don't mind sharing some of my story, letting you guys in on a little bit of my life. I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Because it's not about what I've been through. It's what I got. It's about what I got through. It's about where I am. Yeah. Hey, Big O. How are you? You call me Dimples. How are you, Big O? I hope you're having a great day. Thank you for stopping by the live. Absolutely, Auntie. And we all have room for improvement. Absolutely, you guys. So, like I said, my perspectives in life, and I definitely, that's also one of my perspectives, Auntie, is we all have room for improvement. All have room for improvement. And that's why each day I feel like I'm getting better. And not even feel, I know. Each day I'm getting better and better and better. And y'all, that's why I'm so tight with my energy. I'm so stingy with my energy, because I have literally worked on myself. I am a work in progress. And I'm just not about giving my energy to anybody, y'all, because I have literally been working on myself. Some people never work on themselves. They say stuff. Some people never work on themselves. I'm not one of those people. Each and every day I'm working on being even better than yesterday, even better than yesterday, even better than that. That's me. And so when I see it like that, all the work I do on myself, I've done on myself over the years, that's why another reason I'm so stingy with my energy. Some people will never work on themselves. They're stuck in the same mindsets. They're stuck in the very same mindset, in the very same negative energy. I refuse. I refuse, and that's just what it is. Now, just call that what you like, but that's how I feel. You know, and so yes, yeah, y'all. It's been a beautiful life, and I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much, you guys. To my single mothers out there, keep your head up, baby. Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of all of your rights, and forgive yourself for your wrongs. You know what I mean? Hey ASAP, how are you? Oh, I can't wait to see you, Auntie. I love you. I can't wait to see you. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all as it relates to my mother. Like I said, my parents were married for 20 years, right? And then they did divorce. But even after that, like seeing like being a single mother now, I can relate to my mother when she was a single mother. After her and my dad divorced, I can relate. You know, even though they divorced when I was in my teens, you know, I had, you know, we were a whole unit family for a good while. And then, you know, in my later teens they did, but I can relate still. In my mid to later teens they divorced or whatever. So even I could relate to her, you know, I can relate to her being a single parent. That's something we've had in common. And like I told my mom, you guys, I went and told my mom, look, I love you. I appreciate you. Hey ASAP, I'm doing great. I hope you are, King. You know, I love you and I appreciate you is what I told my mom. I don't try to hold her hostage to her. I don't try to hold her hostage to her shortcomings. You know, I don't try to hold her hostage to her shortcomings. Because I too, as a single mother, have had shortcomings. And so the same grace and mercy I give her, I give myself. The same grace and mercy I give myself, I give her. You know, and that's, in my opinion, how life should go, you know? In my opinion, that's how life should go. Oh, thank you, Tia. You guys, thank you so much, Journey's Mirror. I appreciate you. Yeah, we gotta give ourselves mercy, you know, and we gotta give ourselves grace. And we've got to give our mothers grace and mercy, you know. Just think, I mean, I'm sure it was, just think about it. The way I see it, it wasn't the worst of the worst. Sure, she had shortcomings, but still, y'all, she was doing the best she could based off of what she knew. Same with my dad, doing the best they could. Doing the best they could with what they knew. And here I am. I've never done a day in jail. I'm an upstanding citizen. I'm not here to hurt people. So the way I see it, they did a damn good job. You know, that's just the way I see it. I give them grace and mercy. And I've done the same with myself, you guys. This is a very, very near and dear subject to me. It really is. It really is. It really is. You know, so yeah, I just wanted to go live about it and talk about it, y'all, because I feel like somebody need to hear this. Spirit led me to talk about this. Y'all better pat yourselves on the back when you know you did the best you could do with what you had. Pat yourselves on the back, you know. Pat yourselves on the back. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You guys, don't forget, everything I talk about on my channel is based off of my opinion, my perspective, my observations in life, throughout life. In my mindset, you guys, you know. That's it. That's it. I just want to maybe enlighten somebody, empower somebody, to give somebody a smile on their face. Let somebody know, hey, that's okay, you know. It's okay. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by the live. I love you guys. You guys go and go check out Journey's Mirror. All right, she's a very motivational channel, Journey's Mirror, also known as TF, also known as Blue. She also has Blue's Plate, which is another channel where she, you know, cooks and so. Oh my gosh, awesome! Go check her out, you guys. Yeah, go check out Entertainment You Love. Go check out Daily Sips with Jazzy J and Mommy Money Getter. They all came to my live stream today. You guys, if you're looking for some new content creators you want to lock in with and check out their content, go check those content creators out. I love you guys. To the ones who could really resonate, or this message really resonated with, I see you. I love you. All is well. Black people are the chosen Israelites of God. Go check his channel out as well. He says at Journey Mirror, hello and blessings. Yes, you guys go check each other out. I think you guys will absolutely love each other's content. So Black people are the chosen Israelites of God. Go check out Journey Mirror. Awesome, awesome, you guys. Go check each other out. I love you guys so much. Auntie, Black people are the chosen Israelites of God spoke to you in the chat. So yes, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Until the next time, you guys, don't forget that the very best things in life have no price tag attached to it. The very best things in life are absolutely free. Absolutely free. You know, it's no price tag attached to it. I love you. Pat yourselves on the back. Just love each other. Pass on some good love. If this message made you feel good, go and make somebody else's day. Go do something nice for somebody. Go put a positive word in someone's ear. You never know what gem you drop could change someone else's life. You don't know if a smile could change someone else's life for the better. So with that being said, I love you guys. And until next time, love y'all. Bye.